Welcome, and thank you for being here tonight. This is Deep Sleep Science. Tonight we explore one of sleep's most tender riddles. Each night your brain weaves vivid stories, paints impossible landscapes, and stages encounters that feel utterly real. Yet by the time morning arrives, nearly everything has dissolved. Scientists have found that roughly 95% of your dreams vanish within the first 5 minutes of waking. Where do they go? Why does your sleeping mind craft such elaborate experiences only to release them before breakfast? You do not need to hold on to anything tonight. You do not need to remember these words or follow any particular thread. Let each thought arrive gently and leave whenever it is ready, like clouds drifting past a mountain that never tries to hold them. If sleep finds you before we finish, that is perhaps the most beautiful outcome of all. This quiet exploration of memory and forgetting builds gentle bridges between resting minds. A soft subscribe or like helps another sleepy soul discover this peaceful corner of the night. One quiet moment, one restful mind at a time. Settle wherever you are. Feel the weight of your body pressing softly into the surface beneath you. Let your jaw soften, your shoulders drop, your breathing find its own unhurried rhythm. There is nowhere else you need to be. Nothing you need to accomplish. Just breathe and let curiosity carry you forward like a leaf floating on a very slow stream. And now, let us begin. Perhaps the deepest question about dream memory is not how to strengthen it, but why dreams exist in a form designed to vanish. Evolutionary theorists suggest that dreams function as offline rehearsals, allowing your brain to practice responses without real-world risk. In this framework, forgetting is not a flaw but a feature. Your sleeping mind needs the rehearsal, not the memory of rehearsing. The practice strengthens neural pathways, regardless of conscious recall, training you in patterns you never remember learning. Like scaffolding removed once, a building can stand alone. Dreams perform their structural work in darkness and dissolve, leaving only the quiet strength they helped create. The concept of dream opacity reveals something fascinating about the boundary between experience and memory. Philosopher Thomas Metzinger proposed in 2024 that dreams are phenomenally transparent, meaning they feel absolutely real while occurring, yet become opaque upon waking, resisting translation into waking language and concepts. This shift is not a failure of memory, but a fundamental property of consciousness changing states. Your dreaming mind experiences with complete conviction. Your waking mind lacks vocabulary for what happened. Dreams exist in a language your conscious self does not speak fluently, which is why even remembered dreams feel incomplete, like translations that lost something essential between languages. Dream memories carry meaning that fades quietly in the crossing. Memory and identity weave together in ways that make dream amnesia philosophically profound. You are partly constructed from your memories, the story you tell yourself about who you are. Yet dream memories occupy strange territory in this self-construction. Are forgotten dreams still part of you? Do vanished experiences still shape consciousness? Perhaps dreams contribute to identity below awareness, influencing mood, creativity, and emotional balance without surfacing as conscious recollections. You carry within you the residue of thousands of forgotten dreams, invisible fingerprints shaping the clay of personality through pressures you never notice. Like underground rivers that carve caverns in stone the surface world will never see. Your sleeping brain generates entire worlds from fragments of memory, scraps of emotion, and random neural activations. These internal worlds feel utterly real while you inhabit them, complete with sights, sounds, textures, and emotional depth. Then they vanish, leaving no evidence they existed except occasional morning fragments. This capacity for world creation is staggering. Each night, universes bloom and dissolve within your skull, witnessed only by a consciousness that promptly forgets they occurred. The creativity required to generate even a single dream exceeds most waking imaginative efforts. Stories told to an audience of one who forgets every word. Paintings displayed in galleries that close before dawn. Symphonies performed for ears that will not remember a single note. Recent research on dream content analysis reveals that approximately 65% of dream elements trace to specific waking experiences from the previous 1 to 7 days. A 2025 meta-analysis examining over 12,000 dream reports found consistent incorporation patterns. Familiar people, recent locations, and emotionally significant events appeared most frequently. The remaining 35% emerged from older memories, general knowledge, or novel combinations with no direct waking source. Your dreams are partly documentary, partly imagination, partly something in between. They weave recent experience with ancient memory in patterns unique to each night, creating tapestries where yesterday's quiet conversation blends with a childhood landscape in combinations both strange and deeply familiar. Consider how much of your mental life unfolds below the threshold of awareness. Your heart beats, your lungs expand, your immune system patrols, all without conscious oversight. Most brain processing operates similarly, maintaining life through silent coordination you never witness. Dreams may function in exactly this way, serving essential purposes during sleep while requiring no conscious memory afterward. The value lies in the dreaming itself, not in keeping records of where consciousness traveled. Processing happens, healing occurs, integration completes, all invisible to waking awareness, all perfectly effective without memory. Like a night crew that repairs a building so thoroughly that morning, occupants never suspect anyone was there. The boundary between sleeping and waking consciousness appears far more gradual than it feels. Awareness does not switch off like a lamp when you fall asleep. Instead, it dims through hypnagogic stages where dreamlike imagery blends with waking thought. Upon waking, consciousness brightens slowly, with dream elements lingering in a twilight zone between states. The dreams you recall are often those caught in this transitional space, half-dreaming experiences your brain partially encoded before full alertness arrived. Dreams from deeper sleep rarely survive the journey back. They dissolve in waters too deep for memory to reach, like messages written on the ocean floor that currents slowly scatter before anyone dives deep enough to read what was inscribed there. The phenomenon of déjà vu may connect to dream memories you cannot consciously access. Some researchers propose that certain déjà vu episodes occur when a waking experience matches elements from a forgotten dream. Your brain recognizes the pattern but cannot locate its source, creating that eerie sensation of having lived this moment before. The dream containing matching elements dissolved upon waking, leaving only a neural fingerprint that triggers recognition months or years later. Forgotten dreams may persist as invisible templates, shaping perception in ways you never trace to their sleeping source. The familiar feeling arrives like a whisper from a room you visited but cannot remember entering. recognition without origin, knowledge without source. Dreams blend memory, imagination, and emotion into seamless experiences unlike anything waking consciousness produces. Past events merge with fantasized futures. Familiar places rearrange into impossible architectures. This blending capacity represents your brain's deepest creativity. Its ability to recombine elements in arrangements waking logic would never permit. Whether you remember these creative products or not, the generative process exercises cognitive flexibility. Dreams may train creativity through practice rather than through conscious reflection afterward. The value lies in generation, not recall. Like a musician who improves through nightly rehearsals even when morning erases all memory of the songs played in darkness. The skill grows while the performance dissolves. Most conscious experience, whether sleeping or waking, leaves no permanent trace. Conversations fade into general impressions. Meals blur together. Moments of sunlight on skin pass without memorial. Dreams simply represent the most vivid example of this universal forgetting. The vast majority of your lived experience vanishes without record. You exist primarily in the present moment, with only selective fragments preserved as lasting memories. Dream amnesia is not special. It is typical of consciousness generally. Most moments pass through awareness, leaving no footprint. Like wind moving through grass that briefly bends and then stands straight again, unchanged by the passage of what it could not hold. Time perception within dreams operates under fundamentally different rules than waking consciousness. Although dream events may feel like they span hours, most unfold in roughly real-time correspondence with their neural signatures. A 15-minute REM period typically produces approximately 15 minutes of subjective experience. However, dreams create an illusion of temporal expansion through narrative compression, skipping between scenes without showing transitions between them. This temporal manipulation contributes to dream amnesia. Your waking mind, accustomed to continuous temporal flow, struggles to encode experiences that jump between moments without logical connection. Dreams feel timeless, not because they transcend time, but because they edit it in ways your memory system was never designed to preserve. Like trying to file pages that have no dates. The question of how to remember dreams assumes that remembering is inherently valuable. Yet this assumption deserves gentle examination. What purpose does dream recall serve for you specifically? For some people, dream memories enrich creativity, provide psychological insight, and deepen self-understanding. For others, dreams remain private experiences sufficient unto themselves, requiring no conscious memory to fulfill their purpose. There is no obligation to remember your dreams, no deficiency in forgetting them. The choice to cultivate recall reflects personal values rather than universal necessity. Some people collect seashells from the beach and treasure each one. Others simply walk along the shore and let each wave return what it brought to the sea. Consciousness navigates between states of focused external attention and relaxed internal wandering throughout each day. Sometimes you concentrate intensely on tasks. Sometimes your mind drifts freely through imagined scenarios. Dreams may represent the ultimate expression of internal wandering. Consciousness liberated from external demands, free to explore wherever neural currents carry it. This freedom is valuable precisely because it remains unconstrained by the burden of record keeping. The liberation lies in the wandering itself, not in preserving maps of where consciousness traveled during its nightly journey. Freedom from memory allows a deeper freedom of exploration, like a bird that soars farther when it does not need to remember the way home, flying simply for the quiet joy of flight. Whether dreams carry inherent meaning remains one of psychology's most enduring debates. Freud believed dreams concealed unconscious desires behind symbolic imagery. Modern neuroscience generally suggests dreams reflect ongoing cognitive processing expressed through imagery rather than logical thought. The truth likely incorporates elements of both. Dreams are not coded messages requiring interpretation, but neither are they random noise. Your dreaming mind speaks in metaphor because metaphor is how sleeping neural networks naturally organize information. The meaning is woven into the experience rather than hidden behind symbols, like the meaning in a piece of music that needs no translation to be felt, understood in the listening rather than in any subsequent analysis. The answer to why you forget dreams by morning depends partly on why you are asking. If you seek creative inspiration, Dream Recall offers raw material your waking imagination may never produce alone. If you pursue self-understanding, remembered dreams provide windows into emotional processing you cannot observe directly. If you simply wonder what fills your sleeping hours, casual curiosity might satisfy the question without systematic practice. But if you sleep peacefully and wake refreshed, dream amnesia may require no intervention at all. Sometimes the most beautiful relationship with dreams is the simplest, letting them arrive and depart on their own gentle schedule, trusting the process without needing to witness every quiet step. The mystery of consciousness itself surrounds dream memory with questions science has not yet answered. How does electrochemical activity in tissue generate subjective experience? Why does it feel like something to dream, rather than dreaming being purely computational? These questions remain open across every field that studies the mind. Dreams represent consciousness in its most unconstrained form, generating experience without external input, creating worlds from nothing but electricity and memory. Perhaps complete dream recall remains forever impossible, not because memory fails, but because translation is fundamentally incomplete. Some aspects of dream experience exist in dimensions waking consciousness cannot represent, like trying to press a sphere perfectly flat. Something essential always lost in the transformation. Forgotten experiences shape who you become just as profoundly as remembered ones. A childhood nightmare you cannot recall may leave subtle anxiety around darkness. A forgotten dream of soaring through open skies might contribute to a lifelong fascination with freedom. Experiences that never reach conscious memory still influence neural development, emotional patterns, and behavioral tendencies. You are more than the sum of your conscious recollections. Forgotten dreams may persist within you, subtly adjusting mood and perception in ways too quiet to trace back to their sleeping origin. Like nutrients absorbed from food you no longer remember eating, the nourishment persists long after the experience itself has dissolved into the body's silent wisdom. Your sleeping brain generates an estimated 70,000 discrete mental events during a typical night, the vast majority never reaching conscious memory. A 2025 study using advanced neural decoding estimated the volume of processing occurring below awareness during sleep. Dreams represent only the most organized subset, moments when scattered neural firing coalesces into something resembling narrative experience. Most overnight processing remains formless, functional, but not experiential in any way you would recognize. The dreams you recall are rare occasions when background processing organized itself into something your waking mind can identify as an event. Beneath each remembered dream lies an ocean of thought, too diffuse to crystallize. Working silently like tides, reshaping a coastline no one watches. Natural cycles of attention mirror the rhythms of sleeping and waking that govern your entire existence. Sometimes you focus outward on the world. Sometimes you turn inward, absorbed in private thoughts. Sleep and dreams represent the ultimate inward turn. Consciousness temporarily disconnected from external reality, completely absorbed in internal creation. Whether you later remember these inward journeys matters less than the fact that you undertake them every night of your life. Regular oscillation between external engagement and internal reflection serves cognitive functions. Scientists are still mapping. Dreams facilitate this oscillation, whether remembered or not. Like the pendulum of a clock that keeps perfect time regardless of whether anyone watches it swing through its patient arc. Could you remember your dreams more frequently? The scientific evidence says yes. Techniques exist. Strategies have been validated. Practices reliably enhance recall when applied consistently. Cultivate genuine interest in your dream life. Protect morning moments from immediate distraction. Journal faithfully, even briefly. Practice awareness throughout waking hours. These approaches work through multiple converging pathways. Some strengthening encoding during dreams, others protecting memories during the vulnerable waking transition. Still others training cognitive abilities that naturally transfer to dream recall. The question is not whether improvement is possible. It certainly is. The question is whether it matters enough to sustain the small daily practices that gradually transform your relationship with the forgotten country of sleep. The deeper question about dream memory is not mechanical but philosophical. What relationship do you wish to cultivate with your dreaming mind? Do you want to consciously engage with its landscapes and preserve its creations? Or do you prefer letting sleep remain mysterious? A private domain separate from waking life, neither choice is wrong. Both honor different aspects of what it means to be a conscious being navigating between worlds of awareness and oblivion. Dream recall becomes accessible through intention and practice, but intention itself remains entirely optional. The choice belongs to you alone, like deciding whether to read a letter that arrived while you were sleeping or to leave it resting on the table, trusting that whatever it contains has already completed its quiet work. The philosophical concept of epistemic humility applies beautifully to dream memory. You cannot know what you have forgotten. The dreams you recall represent a biased sample of your dreaming life, skewed toward emotional intensity, REM, timing, and waking conditions. A 2025 essay in Philosophy of Mind argued that this sampling bias means your beliefs about your dream life may be systematically incomplete. Your dreams might be predominantly peaceful while you remember only the anxious ones. The dreams you know are not representative of the dreams you actually experience. Understanding this limitation transforms how you think about recall. Improving memory means not just capturing more dreams, but capturing different ones. Expanding the sample like a telescope, revealing stars that were always present but invisible. Perhaps dreams offer their greatest gift through something beyond memory entirely. They demonstrate that consciousness continues without external input, revealing the mind's astonishing capacity to generate experience from within. This generative power operates every night below awareness, imagining, simulating, creating worlds from nothing but neural electricity. Whether you remember them or not, dreams testify to something profound about consciousness itself. It is not a passive receiver of information, but an active creator of experience. building cathedrals of light and sensation in the darkness behind your closed eyes. This capacity deserves quiet wonder. Art galleries opening and closing between midnight and dawn. Curated by a mind you have never fully met. The boundary between remembered and forgotten dreams is thinner and more arbitrary than most people realize. Waking 5 minutes earlier or later, experiencing slightly different neurochemistry, avoiding one morning distraction. Any of these small variations can shift which dreams survive. This arbitrariness suggests that forgotten dreams are not necessarily less valuable than those you recall. Timing, tense, and circumstance shape memory as much as dream quality does. Some extraordinary experiences vanish. Some ordinary ones persist. Memory is capricious in its selections, like rain that falls unevenly across a garden, nourishing some flowers while leaving others waiting, following patterns invisible from the ground. Understanding that most dreams serve their purpose through the dreaming itself, rather than through subsequent recall, gently changes how you relate to dream amnesia. Sleep scientists increasingly view dreaming as process rather than product. The value lies in the neural activity during dreams, the emotional processing, memory consolidation, and creative association. Not in your ability to recall these operations afterward. When you forget a dream, you have not lost anything essential. The work completed during the dream, the memory of that work is unnecessary. Your brain processes, benefits, and moves forward. The forgetting is part of moving forward. Clearing tonight's workspace for tomorrow's new creation. Like a river that remains alive precisely because it never stops flowing. Let yourself rest here for a moment. Feel how your body has found its own quiet rhythm. Your heartbeat steady as distant rainfall on a window pane you forgot was open. Your breath rising and falling like slow waves upon a sheltered shore. Somewhere in your mind, thoughts are settling like snowflakes onto still ground, each one finding its place without effort or intention. Your sleeping brain carries its own ancient wisdom, older than language, deeper than any thought you have ever consciously formed. It knows what to hold and what to gently release. You are held by that same knowing right now, in this tender space between understanding and rest. There is nowhere else to be. Nothing to solve, just this breath, and then the next. And softly, we continue. The default mode network, a constellation of brain regions active during wakeful rest and self-reflection, plays a significant role in dreaming and dream recall. This network, spanning medial prefrontal and posterior cingulate cortices, activates during REM sleep, particularly during dreams involving self-referential content. Dreams about yourself, your relationships, and your quiet concerns engage these established pathways more deeply than abstract or impersonal dreams. Enhanced default mode activity may strengthen memory encoding by linking dream content to existing self-knowledge. Your brain preferentially remembers dreams that fit naturally into your personal narrative and releases those that do not. Like a river carrying leaves that match its current, while others settle on quiet banks where the water never reaches. The thalamus, a walnut-sized structure near the center of your brain, functions as an overlooked gatekeeper for dream memory. During waking hours, it relays sensory information to the cortex. During sleep, it shifts into a different mode, generating rhythmic activity that may either support or prevent memory formation. A 2025 study revealed that specific thalamic firing patterns during REM sleep predicted whether participants recalled dreams upon waking. When thalamic activity synchronized with cortical memory networks, recall improved dramatically. When synchronization faltered, dreams vanished completely. Your thalamus quietly determines which dreams pass through to memory. Like a night watchman, choosing which visitors to admit before dawn, while others are gently turned away into dissolving darkness. The hippocampus, your brain's primary architect of new memories, exhibits a curious dual pattern during sleep that directly shapes dream recall. During slow-wave sleep, it replays recent waking experiences faithfully, transferring them to neocortical regions for permanent storage. During REM sleep, it shifts to a different mode, favoring loose associations over faithful reproduction. Dream content reflects this shift, combining elements from different memories in novel, often impossible arrangements. These creative recombinations may generate insight and emotional processing, but they produce memories difficult to encode because they correspond to no single real experience. Your hippocampus knows how to file actual events, but struggles with the fictional composites your dreams create. Like a librarian given a book that belongs equally in 3 different sections. False awakenings. The unsettling experience of dreaming you have woken up while still asleep, create fascinating complications for dream memory. During a false awakening, you might dream of getting out of bed, starting your morning routine, even checking your phone, all with convincing realism. Upon truly waking, distinguishing genuine morning memories from dreamed ones becomes nearly impossible. Your brain generated an entirely convincing simulation of waking life during sleep and accidentally embedded it alongside genuine memories. False awakenings reveal the constructive nature of memory at its most dramatic. Your mind-building experience is so realistic that even your own consciousness cannot reliably determine their origin. Like finding 2 photographs of the same morning and being unable to identify which one was actually lived. The interaction between amygdala and prefrontal cortex during sleep creates the neurobiological foundation for emotional dream processing and subsequent memory. The amygdala remains highly active during REM sleep, generating emotional intensity. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational evaluation, shows significantly reduced activity. This combination produces dreams that feel overwhelming in the moment but may not generate the regulated memories that waking experiences produce. Upon waking, the prefrontal cortex reasserts control, applying rational frameworks to raw emotional fragments. Some feelings survive this transition as free-floating moods without narrative context. Others dissolve as returning rationality categorizes them as non-threatening. Your dreams feel so intense partly because the part of your brain that whispers, "Everything will be fine," has temporarily stepped away. Like fog that seemed vast in darkness, but reveals its harmlessness at the first gentle touch of morning light. Your chronotype, whether you naturally gravitate toward early mornings or late nights, subtly shapes dream recall through effects on sleep architecture and circadian timing. Evening-preferring individuals tend to experience their most extended REM periods during their deepest circadian phase, potentially creating intense but harder to recall dreams. Morning-oriented individuals may wake more naturally during REM periods, catching dreams at their freshest. Research found that night owls reported more vivid, emotionally complex dreams, while early risers reported more mundane content. Your biological clock does not merely determine when you sleep. It influences what you dream and whether those midnight visions reach morning consciousness, painting different hours of the night with different qualities of experience. Like light filtering through windows at changing angles throughout a long afternoon. The cortisol awakening response, a natural surge of stress hormone in the 30 minutes after waking, plays a previously underappreciated role in dream amnesia. Research published in 2025 demonstrated that individuals with stronger cortisol responses recalled fewer dreams than those with gentler hormonal transitions. Cortisol enhances focus on external demands and immediate tasks, redirecting cognitive resources away from fragile internal memories. Your body's natural alertness response essentially overwrites dream traces with survival-oriented focus. People who wake gently, without alarms or urgent obligations, experience softer cortisol responses and preserve more dream memories. Your morning hormones quietly decide which dreams survive, like a rising tide, washing away patterns drawn in sand before anyone has the chance to see what was written there. Cultural attitudes toward dreams show fascinating variation, while underlying recall mechanisms remain remarkably consistent. Across diverse populations studied in a 2025 analysis, fundamental recall patterns persisted regardless of cultural context, average frequency, age-related changes, and sleep quality influences all showed consistent effects across populations. What varied dramatically were beliefs about dream significance, with some cultures viewing dreams as ancestral messages and others dismissing them as neural noise. These beliefs influenced which dreams were remembered and how they were interpreted, but did not alter the neurobiological mechanisms of memory formation. Your cultural background shapes the lens through which you view your dreams, but does not change the camera, generating similar images that different traditions frame in vastly different ways. The same stars seen through different constellations. Nightmares occupy a unique position in dream memory because they violate the brain's typical forgetting patterns. While most dreams fade within minutes, nightmares frequently persist in vivid detail for hours, days, or years. This persistence reflects emotional intensity. Fear and anxiety trigger powerful memory encoding through amygdala activation and norepinephrine release upon sudden waking. Nightmares commonly cause abrupt awakenings directly from REM sleep, catching content at maximum freshness. The emotional arousal continues into waking consciousness, sustaining memory consolidation long after the dream ends. This preferential memory for threatening content reflects ancient survival priorities. Pleasant dreams dissolve, while frightening ones endure, creating a memory bias that makes your dream life seem more threatening than it truly is. Like hearing only thunder and never noticing the gentle quiet between. The glymphatic system, your brain's overnight waste clearance pathway, may indirectly influence dream memory through physical changes in brain tissue during sleep. During deep sleep, cerebrospinal fluid flows through neural tissue, washing away metabolic waste. This cleansing involves brain cells shrinking slightly, creating wider channels between them. Research from 2025 suggests this physical reshaping might disrupt some memory traces, particularly the fragile encoding of recent dream experiences. Your brain literally changes shape overnight, and dream memories formed in one physical configuration may not survive the transition to another. Dreams dissolve, partly because the landscape of your brain shifts beneath them. like words traced in warm breath on cold glass, visible only while the warmth persists before gently fading back into clarity. Sleep disorders reveal how disruptions in normal architecture affect dream recall in complex, sometimes paradoxical ways. Sleep apnea fragments sleep and reduces REM quality. People with untreated apnea often report dramatically fewer dreams. Treatment with CPAP therapy frequently produces a remarkable flood of vivid recall as REM sleep rebounds. Insomnia creates a different pattern, with frequent awakenings potentially increasing recall opportunities, but reducing overall dream quality and depth. Narcolepsy, involving REM sleep intruding into wakefulness, produces dreamlike hallucinations remembered with uncomfortable clarity. Each disorder illuminates different aspects of the delicate architecture supporting dream memory, like different cracks in a window, revealing different views of the same hidden room. Dream recall follows interesting developmental patterns across the human lifespan that mirror changing relationships with consciousness. Young children dream but initially describe experiences in simple, fragmented terms, more like photographs than movies. As language and narrative ability develop, reports become more elaborate. Recall typically peaks in young adulthood, when sleep is abundant and easily disrupted, creating optimal conditions for memory formation. Through middle and later life, sleep stabilizes and priorities shift. These changes reflect not cognitive decline, but evolving relationships with imagination and internal narrative. The trajectory follows broader changes in how consciousness engages with its own inner world. Like a river that flows differently through each landscape, it crosses while remaining always the same water, shaped by terrain but never fundamentally altered. Genetic factors subtly influence dream recall through their effects on neurotransmitter systems and sleep architecture. Twin studies published in 2025 identified several gene variants associated with recall frequency, genes affecting dopamine receptors, particularly DRD4, known for its association with novelty seeking, correlated with higher recall. Genes influencing serotonin metabolism affected sleep architecture in ways that indirectly shaped dream memory. These genetic influences establish a baseline that environmental factors and personal practices can shift substantially. But they explain why some people naturally remember dreams with minimal effort, while others struggle despite dedicated practice. Your genes arrange the stage before you arrive, but the performance still belongs to you. Inherited soil that favors certain flowers, but still requires the patient attention of the gardener. Recurring dreams reveal memory's role in dream formation through a feedback loop strengthened by repetition. People experiencing recurring dreams remember them far more consistently than one-time dreams. Enhanced recall reflects two converging factors. Repetition strengthens memory traces through rehearsal, and recurring dreams frequently address unresolved emotional concerns demanding continued attention. Your brain may preserve recurring dreams specifically because they signal incomplete psychological processing. The recurrence becomes a flag indicating significance. These dreams repeat because earlier instances left something unresolved. They persist in memory because underlying concerns remain active, like a bookmark that reappears each time you try to close a book that still has something left to say, gently insisting you return to an unfinished passage. Sleep deprivation affects dream recall in counterintuitive ways. Missing sleep creates REM debt your brain eventually repays with interest. After deprivation, REM rebounds strongly, producing longer periods of unusually vivid, often bizarre dreaming. Some people remember these rebound dreams more reliably due to their exceptional intensity. But deprivation simultaneously impairs general memory consolidation, potentially offsetting enhanced vividness. The net effect varies individually, depending on which factor dominates: intensified dreaming or weakened memory. Some deprived people remember more dreams, others fewer. The outcome shaped by the unique balance between competing forces, like two winds blowing from opposite directions that sometimes cancel each other perfectly and sometimes combine into something neither could create alone. Lucid dreaming training techniques, refined through decades of research, consistently enhance general dream recall even when full lucidity is not achieved. Reality testing, the practice of frequently checking during wakefulness whether you might be dreaming, trains metacognitive awareness that carries into sleep. Mnemonic techniques like silently repeating intentions before sleep create cognitive priming that influences sleeping cognition. These practices work partly through enhancing motivation and signaling to your sleeping brain that dreams deserve encoding effort. But they also cultivate metacognitive skills, awareness of your own awareness, that fundamentally alter how consciousness operates during sleep. Lucid dreaming training teaches your sleeping mind to notice and preserve its own experiences, like learning to see in the dark by first learning to appreciate how much you already perceive in dim light. The temporoparietal junction, involved in perspective-taking and distinguishing self from environment, activates during lucid dreams, but remains quiet during ordinary dreaming. This activation supports the metacognitive awareness defining lucidity, simultaneously experiencing and observing a dream. Enhanced activity strengthens memory encoding by creating a more observational relationship to dream content. Dreams you observe, rather than simply inhabit, persist more reliably. Like the difference between watching a film and living through an event, the observer remembers details the participant experienced too intensely to record. A gentle distance paradoxically brings the experience closer to lasting memory, like stepping back from a painting to finally see the whole image clearly for the first time. The sleeping brain's memory replay system extends to dream content in ways scientists continue to map. During slow-wave sleep, your hippocampus replays recently formed memories, transferring them for long-term storage. During REM sleep, replay takes on stranger characteristics. Memories reactivate in novel combinations, creating the bizarre scenarios characteristic of dreams. A 2025 study showed that dreams incorporating recent waking experiences represent particularly active replay sessions. These dreams persist because they reflect significant consolidation work your brain has prioritized. Your sleeping mind revisits what matters most, replaying and recombining until material is properly integrated, like a chef who tastes and adjusts repeatedly until every flavor finds its perfect balance. Dream sharing, discussing dreams with others, paradoxically both preserves and transforms dream memories. Narrating creates external storage and reinforces recall through retrieval practice. But each retelling subtly alters the memory. You emphasize certain details, minimize others, reorganize sequences for coherence, and unconsciously fill gaps with plausible invention. Over time, the shared version becomes the remembered version, potentially diverging from original experience. Cultural expectations influence how you frame and remember dreams. Dreams shared within communities valuing significance are remembered differently than those within cultures dismissing them as noise. Social context shapes individual memory, like light passing through colored glass that tints everything it touches according to patterns set by someone other than you. Place cells and grid cells, the neural GPS mapping spatial environments during waking life, reactivate during REM sleep in patterns generating vivid dream landscapes. Research published in 2025 showed that specific place cell sequences replayed during REM corresponded to novel spatial combinations rather than faithful reproductions. Your dreaming brain takes genuine spatial memories and recombines them, creating environments that feel authentically three-dimensional but correspond to no real location. Dreams set in strangely familiar yet impossible buildings, combining childhood homes with workplaces, persist in memory, partly because their spatial complexity engages multiple memory systems simultaneously. Your brain's inner cartographer draws maps of places that never existed, phantom landscapes crafted with the same neural precision used for real navigation. As convincingly solid as any street you have actually walked, modern sleep tracking technology creates new possibilities for understanding individual recall patterns. Devices monitoring sleep stages can wake users during optimal windows, typically during or immediately after REM periods. Applications prompting immediate recording reduce interference from morning activities. Some systems detect REM sleep and deliver subtle audio cues designed to enhance awareness without causing full awakening. These interventions show promise for enhancing recall, though they require balancing memory enhancement against sleep disruption. The ideal system would strengthen dream memory without compromising rest. Finding this balance remains an active research frontier, technology reaching gently into the sleeping mind to preserve what would otherwise dissolve, like a net designed to catch butterflies without disturbing the pattern of their flight. The slow oscillation spindle coupling mechanism, a precisely timed interaction between deep sleep brainwaves and spindle bursts, has emerged as critical for memory consolidation with indirect effects on dream recall. When spindles occur during the upstate of slow oscillations, consolidation is maximized. This coupling strengthens through the night for dream recall. This creates a paradox. Stronger coupling enhances waking memory, but occurs during deep sleep when recall is lowest. The brain's most powerful memory machinery operates precisely when you are least likely to be dreaming. When dreams do occur during these periods, the machinery prioritizes waking memories over dream content. Like a printing press so focused on producing one document that it ignores another waiting quietly in the queue. The dream manuscript, set aside for pages that morning, will actually need sleep spindles, brief bursts of approximately 14 Hz brain activity lasting 1 to 2 seconds during lighter sleep, serve dual roles, illuminating dream recall. Traditionally associated with factual and procedural memory consolidation, spindles also correlate with dream reports upon non-REM awakening. These rapid oscillations compress and encode information efficiently, creating compact memory traces. When spindles coincide with dream content, they may preserve snapshot-like fragments rather than continuous narratives. This explains why non-REM dream memories often feel like still photographs rather than flowing films. The spindle catches a single frame from the dream's unfolding cinema. preserving that instant while surrounding context dissolves. Like a camera flash illuminating 1 second of a long evening, while the rest remains in gentle darkness. Emotion regulation during sleep reveals why some dreams persist while others fulfill their purpose and quietly dissolve. Both slow-wave and REM sleep contribute to emotional memory consolidation through complementary mechanisms. Slow-wave sleep integrates emotional experiences into existing knowledge structures. REM sleep processes and softens emotional intensity, allowing you to remember events without re-experiencing their full original force. Dreams successfully processing difficult emotions may not require preservation. Their therapeutic work completes invisibly during sleep. You forget the dream but retain its emotional benefits. Healed by a physician whose visit you cannot recall. Carrying the cure while the memory of treatment gently dissolves into the body's quiet wisdom. Virtual reality experiences before sleep influence dream content and recall in surprisingly specific ways. A 2025 study found that participants exposed to immersive VR environments showing cosmic or transcendent imagery later dreamed about similar themes with unusual clarity. The vividness and emotional intensity of VR creates stronger memory encoding, allowing those experiences to infiltrate dream content and waking recall more easily than less engaging stimuli. Mundane daily routines rarely appear in remembered dreams. Unusual, emotionally charged experiences, seed dreams that persist. The quality of your waking life quietly determines the memorability of your sleeping life, each enriching the other in cycles you rarely notice. Like two mirrors reflecting light between them, each amplifying what the other creates. You are still here, still drifting gently with these quiet thoughts. Take a slow breath and notice how your body feels right now. Perhaps heavier than when we began, perhaps more settled, perhaps already approaching that soft edge where waking starts to blur into something deeper. If this peaceful exploration has brought you rest tonight, a gentle like or subscribe helps another sleepy soul discover this quiet sanctuary. One small gesture, like placing a single candle in a window, guiding someone home through darkness they thought they had to navigate alone. But there is nothing you need to do right now. Nothing at all. Let your thoughts grow softer. Let gravity hold you the way the earth holds every river and every stone. Without effort, without hesitation, without asking anything in return. And quietly, we continue. The relationship between stress and dream recall follows a curiously non-linear pattern. Moderate stress often enhances recall because it increases nighttime awakenings from lighter sleep stages and intensifies emotional dream content, strengthening memory encoding. But severe, chronic stress broadly impairs sleep quality, suppressing REM duration and fragmenting architecture in ways that undermine both dream generation and recall simultaneously. Your emotional state creates ripple effects through your entire sleep system, amplifying some dream memory processes while suppressing others. The relationship is not simply positive or negative, but conditional, depending on intensity, timing, and duration. Like rainfall that nourishes a garden in gentle amounts, but erodes the soil when it arrives as a flood. Blue light from screens before bedtime affects dream recall through suppression of melatonin and subsequent disruption of sleep architecture. A 2025 randomized controlled trial found that participants using blue light emitting devices within 2 hours of bedtime recalled 38% fewer dreams than those who avoided screens. Blue light delays melatonin onset, pushes back sleep timing, and reduces the proportion of REM sleep in early night cycles. Since recall depends heavily on REM timing relative to natural waking, this disruption reduces the probability of waking from dream-rich stages. Your evening screen habits quietly reshape your night's entire dream architecture, reducing opportunities for the very experiences you might wish to remember. Like closing curtains before a performance that will now play to an empty theater. Emotional content in dream reports is consistently underreported compared to what brain imaging suggests actually occurred during dreaming. Simultaneous functional MRI and EEG reveal that amygdala activation during REM far exceeds what subsequent reports describe. People recount visual scenes and narrative events relatively accurately, but systematically minimize the emotional texture. This underreporting reflects a translation limitation. The original dream contained feelings lacking precise verbal equivalents. The raw fear, inexplicably joy, or profound sadness experienced during dreaming gets compressed into words that capture content but lose intensity. What you remember about dream emotions is like describing a sunset with a single color. The original contained subtleties your language simply cannot reproduce, dissolved the moment you try to name them. The gut-brain axis, the bidirectional communication pathway between your digestive system and brain, influences dream recall through mechanisms researchers have only recently begun mapping. A 2025 study revealed that specific gut microbiota profiles correlated with differences in sleep architecture and recall frequency. Participants with higher bacterial diversity experienced more stable REM sleep and reported remembering dreams more frequently. The gut produces approximately 95% of your body's serotonin, critical for sleep stage transitions. When digestive health suffers, serotonin production fluctuates, destabilizing conditions for dream memory formation. What you eat shapes not just physical health, but the invisible chemistry, determining which midnight experiences survive into daylight. Like soil quality, determining which seeds take root and which scatter on the wind. Targeted memory reactivation during sleep has moved from laboratory curiosity to validated technique. Northwestern University researchers demonstrated that playing specific sounds during REM sleep, sounds previously associated with learning tasks, strengthens both task-related memories and dreams, incorporating related elements. Participants increased lucid dream frequency from 0.74 to 2.11 per week, using targeted audio cues. The sleeping brain remains responsive to external sensory information, and carefully timed cues influence ongoing dream content while strengthening memory traces. External cues bridge sleeping and waking consciousness, creating anchors that dream memories form around. Your sleeping mind, quietly weaving whispers from the waking world into the fabric of its nightly creations. Threads that morning fingers can follow back. Napping provides a unique window into dream recall that overnight sleep cannot replicate. Daytime naps lasting 20 to 90 minutes can enter REM sleep, particularly when taken in late morning when circadian REM pressure peaks. Dreams from naps are often recalled with unusual clarity because the transition to wakefulness is typically abrupt and occurs in an already alert environment. A 2025 study found that afternoon nappers recalled dreams from 73% of REM-containing naps. compared to roughly 50% from overnight awakenings. Nap dreams offer a practice ground for recall, shorter experiences occurring closer to waking consciousness, easier to catch and remember, like fish swimming in shallower water where your hands can almost reach them. The phenomenon of dream incorporation reveals how stimuli from the external world weave into narratives without waking you. Sounds, smells, temperature changes sometimes enter dreams, transformed into contextually appropriate elements. A ringing alarm becomes a church bell. A cold draft transforms into standing in falling snow. These incorporations create unique opportunities for memory because they provide retrieval cues, linking dream content to waking reality. Hearing the same sound upon waking might suddenly trigger recall of content that would otherwise have vanished. Your environment quietly participates in your dreams, leaving footprints in both worlds that sometimes connect, like shared words in two different languages, helping a traveler find familiar meaning in otherwise foreign speech. Memory selectivity during sleep determines which dream content persists, following rules paralleling waking memory management. The sleeping brain enhances memories tagged as emotionally significant while actively weakening those deemed unnecessary. Most dream content, lacking obvious connection to waking priorities, falls into the unnecessary category. Your brain's overnight triage system efficiently discards most dream memories, freeing resources for more useful information. This selectivity is not failure but sophisticated housekeeping. A mind that remembered every dream would clutter consciousness with material having no practical application. Forgetting most dreams represents elegant memory management. Shelves kept clear by removing what no longer serves, making room for what the morning will actually require of you. Sound frequencies during sleep, particularly binaural beats and pink noise, show emerging evidence for influencing dream recall through effects on brainwave patterns. A 2025 trial found that 40 Hz binaural beats during REM sleep helped participants recall dreams with more detail and narrative coherence. The mechanism involves entrainment, where external frequencies guide internal oscillations toward patterns favorable for memory encoding. 40 Hz gamma oscillations are associated with consciousness and memory formation during waking. By introducing them during dreams, researchers nudged sleeping brains toward more awake-like processing without causing full awakening. Your brain responds to ambient sound even during sleep, gentle acoustic guidance, preserving nightly creations. Like a lighthouse beam that does not wake the ships, but helps them quietly find the harbor. The sleeping brain's memory replay extends to dream content in sometimes strange ways. During slow-wave sleep, the hippocampus replays recently formed memories for long-term transfer. During REM sleep, replay takes on unusual characteristics, with memories reactivating in novel combinations, creating bizarre juxtapositions defining dream experience. Dreams incorporating recent waking experiences directly may represent particularly active replay sessions, persisting because they reflect significant consolidation your brain has prioritized. Your sleeping mind replays what matters most, revisiting and recombining until material is properly integrated. Like a composer who returns to the same melody again and again, adding harmonies and adjusting rhythms until the piece finally sounds the way it was always meant to. Aromatherapy before and during sleep shows modest but reproducible effects on dream recall. A 2025 investigation found that lavender essential oil during sleep increased recall by approximately 22% compared to unscented nights. Rose oil influenced emotional quality, with participants reporting more positive content on scented nights. The olfactory system has uniquely direct connections to hippocampus and amygdala, bypassing the thalamic relay used by other senses. Scents may access memory circuits more directly, creating particularly strong anchors linking dream content to waking awareness. A familiar fragrance during dreaming threads invisible connections between sleeping and waking worlds. Perfume on a letter from someone whose name you have not yet remembered. Recognition, arriving through a sense deeper than thought. Sleep's relationship with creativity illuminates dream recall from an unexpected angle. REM sleep enhances creative thinking, abstract associations, and novel connections. Dreams represent the ultimate creative exercise, your brain generating entire worlds from memory fragments. People who recall dreams frequently also score higher on measures of creativity and openness. This relationship flows in both directions. Creative minds generate more memorable dreams. Remembered dreams nurture waking creativity. The dreams you recall represent your brain's most inventive nighttime productions. Experiences bizarre or meaningful enough to transcend typical amnesia. Forgettable dreams exist by the thousands, but by definition you carry no evidence of their fleeting existence. Like applause in an empty theater that only the walls remember hearing. Simple behavioral strategies can significantly enhance dream recall without extraordinary effort. The most effective involves pausing upon waking, remaining still with eyes closed and mind quiet for several minutes before engaging with the external world. This protected stillness prevents waking stimuli from overwriting fragile dream memories. During this pause, fragments often coalesce into more complete narratives. The technique works by respecting dream memory's vulnerability to interference. Morning sounds, movement, and thoughts all compete for limited attention. By temporarily delaying these demands, you create space for memories to solidify. This pause requires only discipline against the impulse to immediately reach for your phone. A small act of patience that consistently transforms recall. Like cupping a candle flame against the wind until the wax hardens enough to stand alone. Writing dreams immediately upon waking creates external memory, bypassing biological forgetting. Translating experiences into language engages motor systems, linguistic processing, and spatial reasoning simultaneously, creating multiple redundant pathways. Dream journals provide external records independent of biological limitations, and daily writing signals to your sleeping brain that dreams merit encoding effort. Over weeks of consistency, many practitioners report spontaneous improvements, even on mornings when they skip writing. Their brains have learned that dreams receive attention, potentially shifting unconscious resource allocation toward preservation. Consistency matters more than length. A few sentences each morning outperform occasional lengthy entries, establishing rhythm rather than demanding performance. Like gentle rain that nourishes more reliably than occasional storms ever could. Meditation practice demonstrates robust connections with dream recall and lucid dreaming frequency. Frequent meditators, particularly those practicing meta-awareness techniques, report significantly more lucid dreams and better overall recall. Meditation trains the cognitive skills most useful for dream memory. Sustained internal attention, awareness of mental states, gentle resistance to distraction, These skills transfer naturally to sleep. Meditators may maintain subtle awareness threads during dreams, strengthening encoding without disrupting experience. Additionally, meditation benefits for stress reduction, sleep quality, and emotional regulation support conditions favorable for dream memory. The practice cultivates fertile ground through multiple converging pathways, each insufficient alone but powerful in combination. Like streams that form a river only when they all flow gently toward the same welcoming valley. Yoga Nidra, sometimes called yogic sleep, enhances dream awareness by training consciousness at the boundary between sleeping and waking. A 2025 clinical trial found that 3 weekly sessions for 8 weeks produced a 47% increase in recall frequency. The practice involves maintaining awareness while the body enters deep relaxation similar to early sleep stages. This training strengthens neural circuits responsible for metacognitive awareness across consciousness states. Regular practitioners report enhanced ability to notice when they are dreaming, which strengthens memory formation. Yoga Nidra teaches consciousness to remain gently present during transitions, like learning to keep your eyes softly open while diving beneath the surface. Maintaining awareness in environments where awareness typically dissolves into the welcoming dark. The prefrontal cortex's role in dream awareness has become clearer through neuroimaging advances. This region, essential for self-awareness and reasoning, shows dramatically reduced activity during ordinary dreams. This deactivation explains why dreams feel utterly real. Your internal reality checker is offline. You accept impossible scenarios because the brain area that would flag them has temporarily withdrawn. During lucid dreams, prefrontal regions partially reactivate while the rest of the brain remains in dream mode. This supports memory encoding through the same mechanisms active during waking. Lucid dreams are remembered more reliably because executive regions are partially back online, like a night shift worker who keeps the filing system organized while the rest of the office sleeps, quietly preserving what daylight consciousness will want to find. Dreams incorporating multiple sensory modalities create stronger and more retrievable memories than single-sense dreams. Multisensory integration engages broader neural networks, creating richer encoding with more retrieval pathways. A dream combining vivid colors with physical sensations, emotional intensity, and ambient sounds activates so many regions that it creates widely distributed traces with natural redundancy. Even if some aspects degrade, enough information survives for reconstruction. Simpler dreams, brief visual images, or vague impressions rest on single pillars that collapse entirely when weakened. Rich dreams survive because they are stored in many places at once, like a story told to many listeners that persists even when some forget their portion. The tale preserved through collective memory. Dream incubation, deliberately focusing on topics before sleep to influence dream content. Trace back to ancient traditions. Modern research confirms that pre-sleep intention setting successfully biases dream content toward desired themes. Participants dreaming about intended topics recalled those dreams far more reliably than unintended ones. 2 mechanisms appear responsible. Pre-sleep focus creates expectations, making matching content more salient upon waking. And intention itself carries into sleep, strengthening encoding of relevant material. When you actively seek certain dreams, you create conditions favoring not just occurrence, but preservation. A thread that dream memories can follow back to consciousness. like breadcrumbs left through a forest you plan to navigate in the quiet dark. Social media scrolling before sleep affects dream recall through both psychological and physiological pathways. A 2025 study, tracking 800 young adults, found that use within 1 hour of bedtime correlated with 29% lower recall and higher stress-related dream content. Blue light suppresses melatonin. Emotionally charged content elevates cortisol. Rapid attention-switching fragments, prefrontal processing supporting pre-sleep reflection. This fragmented mental state carries into sleep onset, disrupting orderly stage progression. Your final waking hour sets conditions for your entire night of dreaming. Scrolling creates turbulence, rippling through subsequent sleep, like throwing stones into a pond just before expecting the surface to become perfectly, peacefully still. Rest here with me for a moment longer. Notice the weight of your eyelids. Perhaps they have grown heavier. Perhaps you're already closed. Either way, you are exactly where you belong. Your hands may feel warm, your feet perhaps tingling softly. These are your body's quiet signals that rest is near, that the membrane between waking and sleeping has grown thin and permeable, like morning mist just before it lifts. Let your breathing become the softest sound in your world. Each exhale carrying away something you no longer need. Each inhale drawing in only stillness and peace. Dreams await you somewhere beyond this softening edge. Whether you remember them by morning or not, they will do their gentle work, processing and healing and creating, all while you rest. And gently, we continue one last time. Nearly every person dreams multiple times each night, yet most recall fewer than one dream per week. A 4-year study published in 2025 tracked over 200 adults and discovered remarkable variability. Some awoke most mornings with vivid memories, while others struggled to recall a single dream per month. Sleep laboratory studies confirm that nearly all adults dream during approximately 20% of total sleep time. The difference between frequent and infrequent recallers lies not in whether dreams occur, but in whether the sleeping brain bridges those ephemeral experiences into lasting memories. Every sleeper dreams. Not every sleeper remembers. The gap between experiencing and recalling defines one of sleep science's most intimate mysteries. As personal as a heartbeat, yet governed by universal principles that science is only now beginning to understand. Your attitude toward dreams predicts recall frequency more powerfully than most physiological factors. People who view dreams as meaningful recall them far more often than those who dismiss dreaming as neural noise. Valuing dreams increases attention to dream-related cues upon waking, motivates longer morning reflection, and signals to unconscious systems that content deserves encoding priority. When you consider dreams significant, your neural circuits allocate more resources to preserving them. Indifference creates the opposite effect, a self-fulfilling prophecy, where dismissing dreams as meaningless reduces the very memory resources that would reveal their value. Your relationship with dreams shapes their accessibility to you, like a friendship that deepens through mutual attention and fades through quiet neglect, each side responding to the other's willingness to engage. The neurochemical transition between sleeping and waking represents the single greatest barrier to dream memory survival. During REM sleep, acetylcholine surges to concentrations exceeding most waking states, supporting vivid imagery and emotional dreaming. Simultaneously, norepinephrine and serotonin drop to near-absent levels. Upon waking, this chemistry reverses. This abrupt shift disrupts fragile memory consolidation. Dream memories formed in one chemical environment struggle to remain stable in the radically different waking chemistry. Only memories that transferred to more resilient networks before this revolution survive to reach morning consciousness. Most dreams end in this chemical transition zone, dissolved by the very process returning you to the world. Like ink dissolving in water that was meant to carry the message safely to shore. Your attachment style, the pattern of emotional bonding formed in early childhood, correlates with dream recall in revealing ways. A 2025 study found that securely attached individuals recalled dreams more frequently and reported more positive content. Secure attachment promotes better sleep through reduced nighttime anxiety and more stable autonomic regulation, creating conditions favorable for consistent REM sleep and gentle awakenings that preserve memories. Anxiously attached individuals experienced more disrupted sleep and fragmented recall. Avoidantly attached individuals showed suppressed reporting, possibly reflecting a tendency to minimize internal experience. Your earliest relationships shape your dream world decades later. Early bonds, casting long shadows across the landscape of every subsequent night. Like trees planted in childhood, that shelter or expose the garden of your sleeping mind. The specific moment within your sleep cycle when you wake dramatically determines recall. Awakening directly from REM produces vivid reports in 80 to 90% of cases. Awakening from deep, slow-wave sleep yields memories in only 5 to 10%. This enormous gap reflects both the nature of mental activity during different stages and the neurochemical conditions at waking. REM, awakenings, catch dreams fresh, with chemistry still supporting narrative encoding. Deep sleep awakenings encounter entirely different conditions. One actively suppressing episodic memory formation. Your alarm clock's timing relative to 90-minute cycles partly determines recall. Minutes, separating vivid memory from complete amnesia. Like arriving at a concert hall, one moment too late to hear the final note still echoing in the air. Morning routine structure influences dream recall more profoundly than most realize. A 2025 behavioral study tracked 600 participants and found that those maintaining a 3 to 5 minute stillness period upon waking recalled dreams on 47% of mornings, compared to 18% for those immediately engaging with devices. This protected pause creates a buffer, preventing new sensory data from overwriting fragile traces. The technique requires no special skill, only discipline against the impulse to check notifications. Your first waking minutes represent a narrow window during which dream memories crystallize or dissolve, determined largely by whether you grant them undisturbed quiet, like cupping a candle flame against the wind until the wax solidifies enough to stand alone. Your sleeping brain processes 4 to 5 distinct dreams each night, though you will likely remember at most 1 or 2. These multiple dreams follow sleep cycle structure. The first REM period, arriving 90 minutes after sleep onset, produces brief 5 to 10 minute dreams, almost never remembered. As hours pass, REM periods lengthen while deep sleep diminishes. By early morning, single REM episodes extend 20 to 30 minutes, producing elaborate dreams during the lightest sleep. Most recalled dreams come from these final periods, not because earlier dreams were less vivid, but because proximity to waking gives them the strongest chance. Your forgotten dreams still occurred. You carry no evidence of their existence. Complete stories told to a consciousness that forgot every word before opening its eyes. Personality traits measured by the Big Five model show distinct relationships with dream recall. A 2025 meta-analysis found openness to experience was the strongest predictor, with highly open individuals remembering approximately twice as many dreams weekly. Neuroticism showed a smaller, positive relationship, possibly through association with lighter sleep. Openness encompasses imagination, curiosity, and appreciation for internal experiences, qualities aligning naturally with attending to dream content. Your personality reaches into sleeping hours, influencing which neural gates remain open for dream memories to pass through. Like a personality-shaped key-fitting locks that open only for minds naturally inclined to receive what the dreaming world offers. A quiet compatibility between temperament and the threshold of recall. Dream content itself selectively influences which dreams survive into memory. Emotionally charged dreams, whether pleasant or frightening, create stronger traces than neutral content. Emotions function as significance markers, flagging experiences as worthy of neural investment. A dream navigating mysterious underwater cities carries more weight than dreaming about filing papers. Your brain, even during sleep, distinguishes between experiences worth preserving and those safely released. The same systems, helping you remember meaningful waking events, extend their selective influence into the night. Emotional intensity serves as currency, determining which dreams earn preservation. Like a curator selecting works for limited gallery space, choosing those that move the viewer most deeply, hanging only what genuinely matters. The connection between dreaming and emotional regulation reveals why some memories persist, while others fulfill their purpose invisibly. People reporting more positive dreams rated negative images less intensely the following day, suggesting dreams soften emotional experiences. Dreams successfully processing difficult emotions may trigger signals indicating work completed, allowing the memory itself to fade. Unresolved content keeps dream memories accessible, prompting continued waking reflection. Your brain remembers dreams not as random events, but as part of ongoing emotional regulation. Some dreams are designed to be forgotten, their healing accomplished invisibly. You receive the benefits while the delivery mechanism dissolves. Like medicine, absorbed so completely that no trace of the capsule remains. Active forgetting mechanisms during sleep play a role as essential as consolidation. Specialized neural populations promote forgetting, clearing space for new learning. Melanin-concentrating hormone neurons in the lateral hypothalamus, particularly active during REM sleep, selectively eliminate memories assessed as less relevant. This is not malfunction but adaptive pruning. Your brain cannot preserve everything. Most dreams, lacking clear relevance to waking goals, are efficiently discarded. Forgetting 95% of dreams reflects not weakness, but sophisticated triage. Your brain preserving only information likely to prove useful, while clearing the rest. This pruning serves as faithfully as memory itself, keeping your cognitive workspace available for what genuinely matters in your waking world. Acetylcholine operates at the center of both dream creation and dream amnesia. During REM sleep, concentrations surge, enabling vivid imagery, emotional complexity, and bizarre narrative transformations. This flood activates visual and emotional regions while suppressing the prefrontal cortex. Upon waking, Norepinephrine and serotonin return abruptly, while acetylcholine recedes, creating chemistry radically different from the environment in which dreams formed. Dream memories encoded in one neurochemical landscape struggle to survive transfer into another. The same molecule making dreams vivid makes them forgettable, creating experiences too brilliant for morning chemistry to sustain. Like photographs developed in one chemical solution that begin fading immediately when exposed to the different chemistry of daylight. Dream lag reveals that your sleeping mind processes waking experiences according to its own mysterious timeline. Research tracking daily events in dreams finds a two-peak pattern. Recent experiences sometimes appear immediately, but a second peak occurs 5 to 7 days later. This delayed incorporation suggests a two-stage system. Recent events receive initial emotional processing through immediate incorporation. Events proving meaningfully relevant undergo deeper consolidation, re-emerging nearly a week later. Delayed incorporation dreams often carry stronger emotional resonance and more elaborate transformation. Your dreaming mind returns to what matters, revisiting after days of unconscious evaluation. Like a reader who sets a passage aside, then returns with understanding that only distance could provide. Lucid dreaming. Achieving awareness you are dreaming while the dream continues creates privileged conditions for enhanced recall, extending beyond lucid episodes. Lucid dreams activate brain regions associated with metacognition, particularly the right temporoparietal junction and prefrontal cortex. Increased awareness strengthens memory formation through waking-like mechanisms. Benefits extend further, with regular practice enhancing recall for both lucid and non-lucid dreams. Metacognitive skills cultivated through training transfer broadly to all sleep. Your sleeping brain learns to create stronger memory traces during every dream experience. Practicing lucidity teaches dreaming consciousness a skill benefiting all nightly productions. Like learning to listen in one language that sharpens hearing across every language you encounter. Interactive dreaming experiments reveal that dreamers can process information from the external world while remaining asleep. Lucid dreamers answered math questions posed during REM sleep through prearranged eye movement signals. Remarkably, some participants could not remember these interactions despite responding correctly. This illuminates dream memory's fragility. You can be conscious and responsive during a dream yet form no lasting memory. The disconnect suggests memory formation requires more than conscious experience alone. Something additional, specific conditions or particular neural activity, must occur for experiences to survive. Awareness without memory reveals how thin the thread connecting experience to recollection truly is. A bridge consciousness can cross without leaving any footprints on its surface. Hormonal cycles create predictable fluctuations in dream recall, independent of behavior or attitude. A 2025 study tracked recall across hormonal cycles and found peaks during phases when progesterone was highest. Progesterone affects architecture by increasing light sleep and reducing deep sleep, creating conditions favorable for recall. Similar effects were observed with testosterone, where higher levels correlated with more vivid but less frequently recalled dreams. These hormonal tides lift or lower the threshold for dream memory survival across weeks and months. Your endocrine system participates through chemistry invisible to consciousness. Monthly rhythms, shaping your dream life from beneath awareness. Like underground rivers influencing which surface flowers bloom and which remain dormant through seasons they never chose. Your sleeping brain's electrical activity patterns predict recall with surprising accuracy. EEG recordings reveal that specific patterns of theta and gamma activity during REM sleep correlate with subsequent recall reports. Higher gamma power, associated with conscious awareness during waking, predicts better recall when it appears during dreaming. Theta oscillations in frontal regions similarly mark episodes more likely to produce morning memories. These electrical signatures suggest that recall-friendly dreams involve brain states closer to waking consciousness than typical REM sleep. Your brain's electrical language contains predictions about which dreams will survive. Frequencies whispering future memories into patterns only instruments can read, like weather patterns visible from above that predict which clouds will bring rain to gardens far below. The temperature of your brain during sleep subtly influences dream recall through effects on enzymatic processes supporting memory consolidation. Core brain temperature drops during deep sleep and rises slightly during REM periods. Research from 2025 found that individuals sleeping in cooler environments experienced more distinct temperature differentials between sleep stages, potentially sharpening the neurochemical transitions that either support or prevent dream memory formation. Ambient temperature affects the biological machinery underlying all overnight memory processes. Your sleeping environment participates in dream recall through pathways as invisible as they are consequential. The thermostat quietly influencing which midnight visions survive into morning awareness, like the temperature of a darkroom determining which photographs develop clearly and which fade before the image fully forms. The total architecture of your sleep, the precise sequence and duration of cycles through the night, creates a unique landscape determining dream memory outcomes. No two nights produce identical architecture. Stress, exercise, meals, light exposure, and countless other factors shift the timing and depth of each stage. These variations mean your dream recall capacity fluctuates naturally from night to night, independent of any deliberate effort. Some nights your architecture naturally favors preservation. Others efficiently clear every trace. This variability is not dysfunction, but the normal range of a complex system responding to an ever-changing internal and external environment. Your sleep architecture redesigns itself each evening. A blueprint drawn fresh every night that determines which rooms will hold memories and which will stand empty by morning. Beautiful in its constant, quiet reinvention. And now, as we reach the end of this gentle exploration, let your thoughts begin to dissolve like morning mist lifting from a quiet lake. Tonight you have traveled through the tender science of dreaming and forgetting, through the chemistry and philosophy of why your sleeping mind creates worlds it never intends to preserve. You have learned that forgetting is not failure but design, not weakness but wisdom. Your brain's elegant way of completing its nightly work without burdening your waking hours with memories it no longer needs. Perhaps the most comforting truth is this: your dreams do not need to be remembered to matter. They have already done their work. They have already healed what needed healing, processed what needed processing, created what needed creating. The forgetting is simply the final step, the quiet closing of a door behind a visitor who has already left their gift. Let your body sink deeper now. Feel the weight of your limbs growing heavier, your breath growing slower, your thoughts growing softer with each passing moment. You are safe here. You are held by the same gentle forces that have cradled every sleeping mind since the first dream flickered behind the first closed eyes. Whatever dreams visit you tonight, whether you remember them by morning or release them back into the darkness from which they came, Know that they are working on your behalf, silently, faithfully, without requiring anything from you in return. Your mind has journeyed far tonight. Now let it rest. Let it dream. Let it forget whatever it needs to forget. Tomorrow will arrive with its own gentle light. Good night, sleepy soul. May your dreams carry you softly through the dark, and may morning find you peaceful, restored, and quietly whole.